Hello, welcome back to Search for Mighty Max, the show where me and my brother Kevin, we look for toys, we find them, and we talk about them. They're super dope and it's super fun, and that's what we do. It's kind of like show and tell, if you remember doing that in elementary school. It's like, look at this cool thing I have or I found. I want to share with the rest of the class. So that's what we do. So for today's episode, I have a couple different things lined up. But the first thing that I want to talk about is what I kind of found and what I kind of spent money on last year. So I got my laptop here and I got my handy dandy chart that I made, which was super fun because I have a background in making graphs and working with data. So why not, look at the kind of purchases I made and look at some of that data that I did for all these kind of toys and stuff that I found. So I got two graphs here. I got my tiny toy trader, so that's all kind of the mini toys and tiny toys that I found, and I put them all to a chart. And then I did one for all the action figures that I found. So just taking a look at this, you can see where I spent most of my money. So here in the orange here is Mighty Max, of course. That's what the show is called, Search for Mighty Max. So that's what I spent the most amount of money on. You can see in July I spent just a little bit of money on something else, actually. So the orange line here. So I didn't spend nothing in July on that. But the following month I spent $500, and then I spent a little bit less than that, and then a little bit less than that. So August was definitely a big chunk of change for me. I found a lot of cool stuff, and I was just really starting to find some things and get into it. So I found a lot of stuff. So that's definitely where I spent most of my money there. In the blue line, you'll see some micro machines. So I found one thing that I wanted to get for that. So I bought that little plane, if you remember that one. Next thing was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mini Mutants. So I had those and I wanted to start buying some of them. Learned that they're incredibly rare and incredibly expensive if you want to get all the little pieces. So I found some stuff and I got those. So that's my gray line here. And then World of Nintendo, I consider that part of this tiny toys because they're little. The little figures are little. And that's here in yellow. So my grand total for everything was $1,765.29. So a good chunk of change that I spent on some tiny toys. Now the action figures chart, just a little bit lower here. So you can kind of see when I started spending less money on the tiny toys. That's when I started finding some more action figures and finding those things, because the tiny toys, they're really hard to find. They're hard to find and they can be expensive when you find them. So I'm just kind of choosing my battles there. But action figures, a little bit easier to find, a little bit bigger. People take care of them a little bit more. They don't lose all the little pieces, right? So you can see my spending went a little bit up on those when my spending on the tiny toys went down. So right here in the dark blue, I got some Batman stuff. That was fun. Also found some Legends of Batman. I put those in two separate categories because they felt a little bit different. I spent a good chunk of change, about $300, on some Power Ranger stuff. Found some cool stuff, so I wanted to buy it, so I did. You can see that here. That was all in December, around Christmas time. I found some Pokemon stuff, so spent that around the holidays. I don't think I've actually showed it, but Kevin, you've been showing some of your Pokemon cards, so I think I'm going to have to show you the Pokemon stuff that I found. So that'll be fun. Let's see, Spider-Man Other. So I separated out just like Batman. Batman, the animated series, Legends of Batman. Two different kind of things, so I separated those out. Same thing for Spider-Man Other and the Spider-Man, the animated series. I separated those out as well. So you'll see there are two separate lines for those. The blue and the green one. Obviously, I've been spending money on the animated series. I've been finding some stuff and getting that. But I also found some other random Spider-Man stuff. So I wanted to pick that up as well. Don't want to pigeonhole me in just a Spider-Man animated series, even though that is probably my favorite series there. Found some Ninja Turtle stuff. So that's that dark line. Didn't spend too much, but I did find some stuff that was not Ninja Turtles Mini Mutants, so I wanted to pick that up. And then I separated these out. Ninja Turtles for 1988, so that's like the original series. And then I found something that was made in 2022. So I bought that. So altogether, I spent $891.06 on that. So I'm really trying to be kind of conscientious of what I'm spending, how much I'm spending, trying to set kind of a budget for it. Because this world and this stuff and trying to find all these things can be, you're going down a wormhole, and it's really fun, but it can also be expensive. So for me, it's really important to kind of know what I'm spending money on. Is it something that I'm hanging on to? Is it an investment that I'm gonna, sell down the line, or something that I'm, wanting to get for somebody else? So the tracking of it has been an important piece of it for me as well. So it's been important to just kind of keep tracking it, know what I'm spending, so that way I can make some cool graphs at the end of the year. So I'll be really curious to see at the end of this year what I've kind of been spending money on. But 2022, definitely spent a lot of money on some Mighty Max stuff, which is great because now I have a good chunk of stuff, some rare stuff, which is cool. I'm not going to have to worry about it now, and now I have it. Got a good chunk of some Mini Mutant stuff, some stuff that I really wanted. There were some really specific play sets that I wanted to get that I remember having, so I wanted to get those again. I got all of the World of Nintendo stuff, so that's really cool. For the Zelda World of Nintendo stuff, so that was perfect. For the action figures, still looking for a lot of this stuff, but I found some Power Ranger stuff. I'm not trying to get a lot of Power Ranger stuff, but there's definitely some things that I want to get. So I found some stuff, and I got that stuff, and now I'm looking for more stuff. So anyhow, that's my 2022 annual summary there. Now what I want to do is I want to get into some checklists. I've been using some checklists to kind of help me track and find some stuff and kind of track what I've been getting. Start looking for some other things, doing my homework, figuring out what's out there, what's rare, what's common. What should I be looking out for? What's cool, right? I think making the checklist and looking at what's available helps me figure out what's cool and what I actually want to get. So, got my Spider-Man t-shirt on. So what I want to do is I want to go through the Spider-Man, the animated series checklist. So I got my bucket full of stuff off to the side here, so I'm going to grab that and then start going through that checklist. All right, camera 1, camera 2. Yeah, camera 2. Camera 3. All right, I'm not used to working with this many cameras. This is crazy. I'm like, fuck. All right, so I'm going through a Spider-Man animated series checklist, and I'm going to see kind of what I got. I actually got some more figures, so I want to see everything that I got. I'm sure you also noticed that I got some shelving behind me, so I'm going to try to use this shelving to put that stuff on there. So I got a whole bucket of Spider-Man stuff here. So let's see what I got. Rummaging around. All right, let's see. I got some stuff in here that's new. Kind of had to start combining some bags here. I should have done this before, but I didn't. Okay, I think that's, yeah, okay. So I found a Spider-Man lot for Spider-Man animated series action figures. Some some action figures I probably normally wouldn't get, but it was a pretty good deal and it was in a bundle, so I was like, all right, it's time to grab these. So let's see. All right, so we got Morbius. Not the best movie, not the worst, but I was like, all right, I gotta get Morbius. He was cool in the animated series, right? So let's not give him a hard time. And he comes with his bat. It's either this brown one or it's this black one. I can't really remember right now, but it's one of those. The other bat actually belongs to this dude. So his name is Blackout, and he's with the Ghost Rider series. I think he's glow in the dark, like his weird plastic. Definitely a glow in the dark plastic. Yeah. So he has one of these bats is his. I just don't remember which one. So I also found with this lot, this guy is called Morbius Unbound. So that's pretty cool. You're supposed to be able to push the button on the back, and then it makes like his chest all like bloody or something. So there's like liquid in there. But it's kind of been leaking out of his shoulders, so that's why I keep him in another bag. I was like, man, liquid-based action figures suck. Unless it's web splashers, then it's perfect. So the real reason... Oh, I forgot to add. This guy comes with Morbius Unbound. Comes with his own little bat friend. Now I get to say what I was going to say. The real reason I really wanted to get this lot was because of Blade. Blade's freaking awesome. Look at that guy. I've been wanting to get Blade, but he's always been kind of expensive. So with this lot, it was like, wow, it's a pretty good deal. Plus I get Blade. So cool. There we go. So I got the vampire guys, even though they're kind of lame. But Blade is awesome, so why not? So I bought another lot of cool freaking Spider-Man animated series action figures. Let me just dump these fools out. Oh man, and there's one in this lot that I actually really like so much that I actually put it on a shelf. So, in my bedroom. So I'm gonna need to go get that real quick. Alright, I got the mystery figure. I'm gonna show him in a second. That was the whole reason why I got this lot. Blade for the other lot, this figure for this lot. Alright, so let's see. So this one also came with a Kingpin. I already have Kingpin, but now I have two Kingpins. He's pretty cool, so why not? Let's see. Also came with a Peter Parker, so that's cool. I didn't have him, so now I do. Got a Doctor Strange. So that guy's cool. He's got his cape. He kind of like balances on his cape. So that's always fun when a figure comes with something that like helps him balance. Spider-Woman? Yeah, Spider-Woman. I know you mentioned at one point you were like, man, your Spider-Man needs like some new friends. And I was like, yeah, he does kind of need like some new friends. So Blade was kind of one of those, but I also got Daredevil now, so Daredevil hanging out with him. J. Jonah Jameson, so that was cool. I was like, what? All right, yeah, I want that guy. Wasp, maybe? That's part of the Bug Blasters ones. I'm going to get to the checklist here in a second, and I'll start checking these off. But yeah, that's part of a specific series, and I'm pretty sure that's Wasp. I also got, this actually wasn't with the lot, but part of the bug ones was Beetle. And somebody just kept posting Beetle like over and over again, and I was like, all right, $8 or whatever it was. Like, fine, I'll just get it because I want to get it anyway, and you just need to stop posting that crap. So, boom, got him, and now I don't see that post no more. So the one that I was like, oh, I'm definitely going to get that lot was because I wanted to get the lizard. This particular lizard. I had this lizard, and I just remember this one, and I was just like, I really want to get that guy again. And he happened to be in this lot, and I was like, perfect. I'm definitely getting that lot. And he even came with his like dumpster, whatever. What is this? I don't know. Some kind of steamroller thingy. I think in another set he comes with like a dumpster trash can thing. But in this one he comes with a steamroller for no reason. So I got all of these guys within 2 lots. And then Daredevil comes with his accessories. Doctor Strange has like some kind of special whatever this thing is. Some kind of orb. Yeah, so it's all the figures plus some accessories for him. So I was like, wow, what a good deal. I like that. So let's see. So these are my 2 bags that you've already seen before. Just have all my other figures in them. So I'm just going to put them on the table here. So what I wanted to do was like organize these by the series number or the series type and kind of organize these back here a little bit. Because I got the shelving. So why not, right? Got another bag. I forgot this bag too. Here's another one. Oh yeah, I completely forgot. Look at all these freaking cards. In a random book. Yeah, look at all these cards. So the lot with the lizard also came with a bunch of cards. And I was like, oh hell yeah. Who would have known the cards would have been so coveted? Like, sweet cards. Awesome, right? But anyway, I kind of, because I was jealous about your Power Rangers display, so I thought, alright, I gotta do like a Spider-Man display. See what I can come up with here. So I got these 3 shelves. I'm like, which one should I use? Probably that big one. Yeah, probably the big one. Or maybe the tall one. Or maybe the little one. Probably the big one though. I'm gonna go this way, I guess. So let's see. I didn't really think this through. I just knew I had shelves. I went to my storage and I was like, what do I have? I was like, I have this cherry blossom thing that I could throw down on the table. I got 3 shelves. I could just grab those and see what I can do with it, you know? Alright, so let's see. Let's see what this list I got. Alright, so first up is Carnage. Pretty sure I got that guy somewhere. You know what? Let's just do this. Let's just make a mess. Why not, right? Let's move this over. My background's cool, but now you can see my garage door again. Whatever. Let's make a mess. Spider-Man toy mess. Man, can you imagine if you went to a garage sale and saw something like this? Damn, I'd be like, oh hell yeah, give me all of that. Good thing is I already have all of it. Haha. Alright, so let's see. Where are you, Carnage? Now I'm like, can't find nothing. Wait, is he in a package? Oh yeah, he is. Alright, here he is. Alright, Carnage. Cool. We got Carnage. So I'll just set them up in a second. I'll put them all down first. So Carnage. Next up, Dr. Octopus. Bam. We got him right here. Let's see. How many come in a series? It's like 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 maybe. And then like in a row. We'll see what we do. Alright, Carnage, Dr. Octopus, Hobgoblin. I don't think I have Hobgoblin. I got the Green Goblin, but I ain't got the Hobgoblin. Alright, so that's one I gotta find. Smythe is lame. He's got like the dumb elbow things. Once I get him, you'll see what I'm talking about. But I don't have him either. He sucks. Spider-Man Web Racer. That's the one that like is sticking out like this. The Spider-Man web shooter. Check that out. Spider-Man web shooter. Got him in his little carded package. Because this was like the first Spider-Man that was released, so I thought, okay. Because you got Batman, the first Batman that came out, and I was like, alright, I gotta get like the first Spider-Man that came out. And he stands up, so cool. I'm gonna stick him back there. Perfect. Oh, check this out. I also found this little like this wasn't cheap, but I kind of wanted it, so I got it. It's like a promotional thing for all their toys. So I'm like, I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna buy next, you know? Like I need an advertisement to figure out what I'm gonna buy next. So it's got everything that they made within that year or within a couple years or something. It doesn't have everything, but it has some pretty cool stuff in it. Let's see, can I put that like over here somewhere? All right, what's next? Venom with jaw-chomping action. Where are you, stupid Venom? All right, here's Venom. He squeezes legs, and his stupid mouth goes up and down. So there's Venom. What's next? Series 2, Alien Spider Slayer. That's a dumb action figure, so I don't have that one. Kingpin, I got 2 of them. So this one's all dirty, so we're not gonna worry about that one. But this one's clean, so we'll use him. And he's got, let's see, if I go like this, and then I pull the little button, he'll like crush your ass. Bam! So I got him. He stands up pretty easily, actually. Who's next? Kraven. Kraven's like one of my favorites. I found him like immediately because he's awesome. So there's Kraven. He's got he's got like something going on here. He's got a spear. You pull it back, and then he'll stab you with it. Bam. Kraven looks good. There's Kraven. Who's up next? The Lizard. He comes either with a black shirt or a red shirt. It is not this one, which is my favorite Lizard figure. It's the other one, which is this one, and his tail came off. That's okay, we'll put it back in. Don't even worry about it. So yeah, he came with either a black shirt or a red shirt. So I got the black shirt one, definitely looks better. Look at these 2 figures, by the way. Like, what the hell? Are you kidding me? This guy's got like a plastic coat. This guy has his coat built into the figure. They're so different. This one's way better, but this one's the original, so I wanted to get him too. So there's a Lizard. All right, who's next? Peter Parker, cool. I just got him. There he is. Got him. Spider-Man with the web parachute. Spider-Man with the web parachute. I feel like it's this one. Because I wanted a normal looking one. Because I had a bunch of other Spider-Man already. So I'm pretty sure this guy came with the parachute. So I'm pretty sure it's this one. Can you stand up? I don't think so. Alright, well, you're in that back row. Alright, who's next? Vulture. I don't have the Vulture. I feel like he's lame, so I don't have him yet. I want to eventually, but yeah, he's kind of lame. Alright, Green Goblin. Green Goblin's here. Comes with his glider as well. I think that's why I didn't get a Hobgoblin, because I was like, well, I already have a Green Goblin, so like, who cares? But the Hobgoblin's got like a cape, and he's his own character in his own right, so I should probably get him eventually. Rhino. Oh man, I lost part of his total armor on here somewhere. So there's actually a Rhino and a total armor Rhino. So this one is total armor Rhino because he has all these things that can like come off. And I misplaced his little ankle bracelet. I know it's around here somewhere because I just dumped everything out. So it's here somewhere. We'll find it. But yeah, he's a little bit later down the line, one of the other series, but we'll just throw him up there now. That's fine. Who's up next? Scorpion. This figure's actually pretty cool. It's got a stabby thing. Oh, I forgot to do the Rhino one. Rhino has a his head comes out so he can like headbutt you. Ka-chow! So that's pretty weird looking, but it's cool. Alright, and the Scorpion has the tail, which is great. And he can use that tail to stand up, which is perfect. Let's see, Shocker. Shocker does, he's pretty stocky, but I like him. So there's Shocker. He actually has, he's supposed to have projectiles, but I don't have them. Alright, who next? Spider Armor. This guy. I think he was one of the first ones that I like rebought because I just really I like this guy. He's cool. I think he's supposed to have a projectile too that comes flying out, and he has like a shield, but I don't have those, and I don't care. It's fine. Superposable. Where are you, superposable Spider-Man? Here he is. He's like so sassy. So that's superposable. He just has some extra movement in his chest area. Extra articulation. I totally don't think he's gonna stand up. Series 4 has the Chameleon, which I don't have. He has some different heads that he can switch, and it's hard to kind of find him with all those heads, so I've just been kind of waiting for something that's at the good price. I've been waiting for something that's at a good price with all three of those heads, so I'm just going to keep waiting until I find something. But Mysterio's up next, and here he is right here. I think he's, you put water in here, and then it squeezes out his chest, and there's two holes right here, and then the water will go through those two holes. But yeah, he's a really cool figure. The paint's kind of jacked up on his little fishbowl thing, but yeah, he's cool. Peter Parker, why? Just stay there, bro. Stop trying to jump to your doom. Alright. Where are we? Prowler. Prowler's got, oh, he's in a bag. Fancy. Alright, so Prowler here, he's got his purple cape. He's got some claws that come out. So he's got like big long fingers. And then you push it back in here. And then you can go, and then it kills somebody, maybe. But his hands look really long. But yeah, this figure is like in perfect condition. I got it from a comic book shop for really cheap. So that was a really awesome find. Oh, Prowler, why? Why, bro? Why you gotta do that? Man, displaying stuff is hard work. It's really annoying. Definitely need to get like some step things so I can just kind of put it all on there. But whatever. What are you gonna do? Okay, who's up next? Spider-Man black costume. Where are you? Where are you? Here you are. Spider-Man black costume. Yeah, something with his chest, but I've never like actually opened it. So there's something with the chest, some kind of something. I need something to like balance all these guys. I got all this left. It's supposed to like fit on there. Are you serious? Let me see what else I got. So maybe I can use it as like as a way to like balance these figures. So here's Cyborg Spider-Man. So that's cool. This is part of the Marvel Legends Retro series. They do look really good, but I've been trying to stick to like the stuff that was made in the 90s because they just have a lot more. Maybe they'll catch up eventually, but they're nowhere close right now. But this figure looks pretty good. And it matches the previous style, or it's pretty much exactly alike, right? It doesn't just match it, it's exactly alike. So that's cool. Let's see. I also bought, this is called Renew Your Vows. It's also a Marvel Legends action figure. So Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows. It has Spider-Man and it has Spinneret. The storyline in the comic book was called Renew Your Vows. So it's like Mary Jane got like, so that's Mary Jane. Mary Jane got powers through Spider-Man somehow, through some special suit. And it's in an alternate reality where they have a daughter and she also has spider powers. Really cool comic book. I'm kind of sad they didn't have like the daughter included because she's cool too. But it has both of these, and Spider-Man's a really good figure, and she just looks really cool too. So I bought this. I bought it. Yeah, that'll give me a little bit more leeway on balancing these guys. God, they're so annoying. Oh my god, it's like playing with dominoes. This fucking sucks. I need something that I can just like stick their feet on. They got holes. Oh my god. Dr. Octopus, you are fucking shit up so bad. Alright, that's as good as it's gonna get. Carnage on his face. Fuck you, Carnage. Nobody cares about you anyway. Alright, moving on. Spider-Man Night Shadow. Night Shadow. Here we go. So this is actually my Spider-Man Night Shadow figure from when I was a kid. I've had this guy forever. So he's the best. He just kind of has like a darker blue. It's almost black, but it's like a darker blue in some spots. I don't know if you can actually like see that. But yeah, it kind of just looks black, which, I don't know, it's cool. Who's up next? Spider-Man Web Glider. Web Glider. I don't have that one. I don't know what he's supposed to look like. Venom 2 is the Venom that can take off his mask and show his Eddie Brock face. I don't have him either yet. It's just hard to kind of find that one with the mask and then get it at a good price. So you saw Morbius. So I have him. Here he is. Morbius. Nick Fury I don't have. Spider-Man Battle Ravaged is right here. So there's Battle Ravaged. Spider-Man 6-arm. There he is. This camera keeps shutting off and being a bitch. Fuck you, camera. I just need to get a new one. What was I saying? Morbius, Battle Ravaged, 6-arm Spider-Man. Sixth Sense Spider-Man. Sixth Sense. Spider-Sense Spider-Man. So those are those 4. I don't have Nick Fury or the Punisher. But maybe someday, because those guys are cool. Especially the Punisher. That guy's really cool. Morbius. Battle Ravage. Six Arm. Spider-Sense. Damn, Craven. Death Wish. You need to sit down now. Series 6. Carnage Unleashed. I feel like, I mean, it looks the same to me, but I think it just comes with like extra parts or something. Man Spider, I also don't have. That one's kind of rare to find. Octo Spidey, it's Spider-Man, but he has the arms that Octopus has. It's kind of dumb, but maybe I'll find it at some point. Web Cannon, he just kind of has like a different accessory. Tombstone, here he is. Tombstone, he'll punch you with this punchy thing. So that's Tombstone. Gosh, whatever series that was, I didn't have a lot of them. Series 7 has new Spider-Man, Rhino the Total Armor, which I have, Spider-Man 2099, baby, and Spider-Woman. Here we go. New Spider-Man, new Spider-Man. I don't have new Spider-Man. I think that's Ben Reilly. That's the Ben Reilly one. Not the Scarlet Spider, but like the new Spider-Man with the bigger Spider-Man logo. And then Venom Stealth, I think he has kind of like big hands, and then one of them comes in clear. So I don't have him either. So as you can see, I still have a lot of stuff on the table. These are part of different Spider-Man series. But all still part of Spider-Man Animated. So there's a bunch of accessories that I don't have, except for the web cycle. This thing is like my favorite. It's so ridiculous. So there is the web cycle. Put that together. Don't really have any room. So I'll just put it back in the box. Web cycle's not important right now. Let's see, a bunch of other weird stuff. Oh, I do have the Bump and Go web cycle. That's cool too. That's in the kitchen, up on a shelf. Arachnophobia. There was 3 of them: Man Lizard, Spider Goblin, and Vampire. Don't have those. Those are super weird. So a lot of these series are really weird, and I'm just like, am I ever gonna find it? I don't know. Alright, where'd I leave off? My memory card on this camera got full, so I had to transfer everything over. Let's see. Well, I know that I was looking at this and I was like, man, I feel like I'm not really like displaying this properly, like not organizing it right. Let me see if I can fix it. First of all, this is probably my centerpiece, because this is just like a big old box, which is cool. And then if I put it in the center, maybe I can balance everything else off of it. This shit just keeps like falling over, so that's annoying. Let's see what I can do here. Alright, maybe you remember this one. This is Spider-Punk, the Spider-Man that plays guitar. So fucking awesome. I think that was the first Marvel Legends thing that I got. And I was like, god damn, that's just so dope, I'm gonna buy it. So I also wanted to get, you can see like the lizard's hand that's in there. So there's a Build-A-Figure. And I was like, maybe I can get all the figures so I could build a lizard, right? So I bought Gwenpool. which is just fucking ridiculous. And it comes with the lizard's tail because this was kind of cheap, but kind of interesting, right? So I was like, okay, I'll get that one. And then I started seeing like, oh, you can just buy the lizard Build-A-Figure just by itself. But also it was really expensive, so I don't know if I'll ever get it. But I still also have this lizard, which is my favorite. So one way or another, I still got a lizard. So who cares? But maybe I can use these to kind of like balance some shit too. Or drop and break all my figures. Fuck. Let's see. How do I do this with this guy? Put you on top, maybe? That's kind of cool. All right, let's get even more random. This one's not even Gwenpool. Come on, that's Deadpool. So get out of here. I know Gwen Stacy, but sure. So I found some VHSs. Oops. That were pretty cool. Spider-Man vs. Doc Ock and Spider-Man Sins of the Fathers. This had to do with the Kingpin's son, Richard Fisk. And this, of course, is with Dr. Octopus. Maybe I can use these two. I kind of wanted something extra for the display, you know? So I was like, I can get some VHSs. Those are awesome. Over here. So they kind of stay. Okay, now I can kind of push them all back, right? Oh my god, are you serious? Fuck! Alright, I need to push this fucking shelf back then. Can't fucking win with this shit. Un momento while I totally rearrange my life here. Now I know. Alright, push it against the, what you think is a wall, but it's actually the garage door. Okay, let's try this again. Try not to break anything. Let's see, any more down here? Just the OG Spider-Man, Jesus. Dr. Octopus, suck a dick, man. You're super annoying. His fucking little tentacles just fucking keep grabbing people and taking them down. Just go here in the front. Jesus. Or on the top. I don't know. Fuck off. Dude is so annoying. Alright, using the Green Goblin's glider to keep everybody in there. So that looks pretty dope, right? Putting them all in the fucking corner. God damn, so annoying. It's one thing to get these things, but like a whole other ball game to display them. This is like the first time I've actually tried to like put them on a shelf, and it's super annoying. Just keep falling over. Alright, where am I in this thing? Alright, so I didn't plan this way. I just kind of had to take everything off the camera. But those are all like the original series, kind of, you know, series 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Those are all those dudes from that. There's a couple that I'm missing, so now I know which ones I need to kind of look for. There's only a handful of them. So I feel pretty lucky. I should be able to find them at some point. So the ones that are really hard to find, a little bit more expensive, kind of annoying at some for some of them, they're just kind of annoying looking, so I don't know if I'll ever get them. So Arachnophobia, those ones are super weird looking. Bugbusters, Jack-O-Lantern, Silver Sable, Spider-Man, and Vulture. Oh, I said that earlier, Bugbusters, but that's not the one I was talking about. It's Spider Force, which is down a little bit more. All right, let's see what we got here. Electro Spark. Captain America's in there. I want to get him. All the other ones are kind of lame, especially Electro. Exclusives. They just have like extra stuff in them. Flippin' Trap. I don't think I have any of those either, but I do want to get Madam Web. That'd be cool. Iron Man. There's obviously more Iron Man toys, but there was Spider-Woman in the Iron Man series for some reason, so I found her. Multi-packs. If I could ever find any of those, that would be crazy awesome. Because those are crazy. Some of those are especially crazy. So I've really never seen any of those, but maybe someday. Alright, Spider Force is the ones that I was actually talking about earlier. So that's Beetle. Spider-Man Cybersect I don't have. Swarm is this crazy guy. So he's made up of bees, and the plastic is like a weird texture. Tarantula, that guy's kind of cool. I'd like to get him if I could ever find that dude. Wasp is this guy. Wasp is this girl. So that's that one. And then the web car was also part of Spider Force for some reason. Oh, this guy's like really heavy. I if I could just have him like sit down. Oh no, I got him. It's all good. Alright, cool. Alright, Spider Wars. I actually really like this series because Black Cat's in it. It's a Black Cat, Doppelganger, Doctor Strange. There we go. Hydra Man I don't have, but if I did, then I'd be able to complete this set. And then there's Spider-Man Cyborg. So there's all those. Your cube's kind of big and annoying, dude. But maybe that's okay. I don't know. Alright, that was Spider Wars. That one's cool. So my battery just died on this camera. Dude, the battle on the camera. This sucks. I'm just trying to have fun with the Spider-Man action figures, and this camera keeps giving me a hard time. Alright, where was I? We were on Techno Wars. Radioactive Spider-Man, Anti-Symbiote, Hypertech, Ultimate Octopus, Vault Guardsman. I don't have none of those. Vampire Wars I do, though. I got Blade, wherever he is. So Blade's here. Morbius Unbound, this dude. Spider-Man Air Attack, Spider-Man Anti-Vampire, Spider-Man Vampire. I don't have any of those, but I have these two. Wait, where was Morbius? Was that in an earlier series? I think so. He was already over there, right? Yeah. Alright, cool. Blade and Morbius Unbound. Yeah, these my three biggest figures right here are the Kingpin, and Rhino and Morbius, but I know there's bigger ones. And now I want them, if I can find them. Venom, Along Came a Spider. These are kind of like symbiote ones. I have one of them. I just thought this shit was crazy. So that's Bride of Venom. Wild. I don't have any other ones. I don't have any of the Planet of the Symbiotes ones either. But Web Force I do. Web Force I got Daredevil. And I got the Lizard. So this Lizard, Spider Smash, this is part of Web Force. Just saw a mosquito eater flying around me. I guess that would make sense because I have those big old lights. Daredevil looks like he's speed walking or something. Alright, what's next? Web Splashers Deluxe. Web Splashers Hydroblast. I don't have any of those. I don't have the deluxe ones either. Web Splashers just normal. I do have some. I have two. I have, let's see, Sea Diver and Shark Trap. Oh, wait, I have another one. I have Sea Hunter. That's this guy. So I got three of them, but I don't have Venom. Venom Black Sea. So I guess I'm missing Dr. Octopus and Venom, and then I could have all of them of Series 1 of the Web Splashers. But I got 3 Spider-Man right now. And yeah, I remember these. I remember having these as a kid. These were fun. I didn't have this one, but I had these two. So these were fun. So these can go up here and hang out with the rest of these weirdos. My dumbest Spider-Man action figures are going to be at the front, so that's cool. Did these kind of reverse, right? With this one, I started off with start at the front, going to the back. This one is going to the back and coming to the front because that shit keeps falling over. And it's super frustrating. All right, Spider Power. Spider Power was 1999, so this is when it started getting. I mean, obviously with the Web Splashers, it was already starting to get kind of weird. Some of these other series are like hit or miss kind of figures, but like, what is even going on there? But this one, Spider Power, this is where J. Jonah Jameson comes in. So that's where that guy came from. He's from Spider Power Series 2. J. Jonah. Why not? He's an action figure. He's cool. And then my 2 randos. This guy's from Ghost Rider. And then I also have a Psylocke from X-Men. That's my one X-Men figure, but it's still from Toy Biz, still fits the same dynamics and everything. So maybe I'll get some more X-Men figures, but right now I don't. So that's fine. And everything else on the table is accessories. These action figures came with a lot of accessories. I think they were really trying to like sell more toys by giving you more plastic. Smart idea, I guess. Alright, the other things I got here is Dangerous Dr. Octopus. That's a book that came with the VHS for Doc Ock. It just was like a bonus. I was like, okay, cool. Alright, so here's the cards I got. This one is, good lord, Peter Parker. Look at his fucking face. What a fucking weirdo. So that's Peter Parker. This one is the Kingpin. So these are Marvel Universe. I don't know. They release toys. I'm guessing. I have the Lizard backing card, which is awesome. Which is weird too, because it's not like, that's the original Lizard. That's not the cool one that I have. That's like the original Lizard card. Web Force for Daredevil. Oh, see, here's the Web Force one for the Lizard. That's the that's the card for the Lizard that I like. Let's see, this is Spider Power for J. Jonah Jameson. He's supposed to come with a desk that turns into a spider, but it didn't come with it. Doctor Strange. And some other toys. Oh, there's the Arachnophobia ones on the back. Those are crazy looking. Let's see, Spider-Woman. So that's a Spider-Woman card. It's got Ben Reilly, the new Spider-Man on top. So that's cool. Spider-Force, this is Wasp. Yep. It's got the other ones at the bottom, so I can do some shopping later. Tarantula, I'd like to get. That guy's cool. It looks kind of like a ninja. This is the Spider-Woman card, like part of it. Like when I got it, someone like cut out this part where it shows her, but that's the Iron Man card on the other side. Kind of random. Let's see. A Dr. Octopus card. I definitely like the older cards because they show the action figure, the bad guy, the person. Kingpin. Web Parachute. Goblin, Kraven, Mysterio, shows how their mechanism works, the squishing out of the water. What's this? Total Armor Rhino. Cool. And Ben Reilly again. So yeah, it's cool to have like some cards, right? Why not? Pieces of cardboard to go with your pieces of plastic. So cool, good start to this episode. I got kind of a background behind me now. I have all these Spider-Mans. So let's get a close-up on this junk. Awesome! Look at all those toys! And they're all Spider-Man! Cool! And some VHSs. Yeah. Whoa. Whoa. All right, so I'm going to take a break and I'm going to gear up for same episode for just another part. Just another part to the episode.